We're going to get this sucker started here. There's a pass around sheet coming in. Make sure to put your name on it to check in, or else we'll be hunting you down for not coming to and telling you about a meeting that you were already present for, which isn't fun to hear about twice. Okay, so got a couple things on the agenda for today. First of which, this is the brand new Relay for Life video. It's the 2017 video. It's going to be up on YouTube really soon for you guys all to start sharing with people. But okay, so that's our video that we're going to try to spread as much as we can to get people encouraged, get people pumped up for it. Yeah, that'll be out to you guys soon to share that. And we're also, some of those videos that we took, we're going to have more extended videos on why we relay. That'll be part of the team captain's job throughout the year to get those posted and really motivate people throughout the year. We want to keep up on a lot of more media than we did last year with videos on why people relay and just really motivate people to raise more than the $100 that they're required to. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do here, this is not just a committee meeting, this is actually training for you all. And the most important thing for you guys to have is actually the ability to sell this event to people. It doesn't matter if there's 30 people in this room that go to this event. It matters that each one of you gets 30 more people to our event. I want you guys to be able to sell this relay. I want them to be able to do a 1-minute elevator pitch, basically. So you need to condense why you relay and the reasons why somebody else should relay in a 1-minute speech that convinces them. So we're going to do a little practice with that. We're going to have you guys tell your stories in 1-minute elevator pitches to each other, but I'm going to start you guys off with where does the money go? Why does it actually help for Relay for Life? So this is a video that will explain that.
Hey.
Hey.
Hope you can help me. I've got some money from Margaret's Marches to turn in.
Great. I see that everyone on your team has already raised $100 each, and you've got $275 more here, right?
That's right.
So how'd your team raise the money?
Oh, mostly just individual fundraising. Sent out letters and emails. We also did a couple spaghetti lunches during their work week. Oh, we're doing the softball game here at the Relay, too.
Okay.
Oh, hey, what does the American Cancer Society do with all the money?
Well, we got people working in shifts, putting it all in the bank.
No, I mean, what does the money actually help do?
You know what? Let me show you.
Okay.
Well, you know, we ask every team member to raise $100, right?
Yep, our team captain made a point that we understood that.
Okay, well, your $100 can help pay for lodging at Hope Lodge for cancer patients who are seeking treatment out of town. Last year, more than 50,000 cancer patients and caregivers stayed at Hope Lodge.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Or it could help get patients to treatment and back home. We help more than 50,000 people to and from treatment.
Nice.
Yeah. Or it could help reach to recovery volunteers to visit newly diagnosed breast cancer patients. Or cover the cost of providing information to those facing cancer. Every day, more than 3,000 people call the American Cancer Society for help and information. Or help guide patients through their cancer journey through the Patient Navigator program. Or even fund groundbreaking research into clinical trials.
Wow, my $100 can do a lot.
Definitely. That's why Relay needs every team member to raise at least $100. Every relayer that raises $100 receives a commemorative Relay t-shirt. But it's really more than a shirt. For most folks, they see the shirt as a badge of honor. It represents all the miles they have walked at Relay, the people they are here in support of or in memory of. It represents all the money they have raised. And it means that they are doing something to fight back against cancer and save lives.
Now I understand all the advice the veteran team captains were giving at the Relay meeting.
Yep, they were encouraging everyone to have at least 15 folks on their teams and set individual and team fundraising goals. Just means more money raised and more lives saved faster.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hope we see you at softball.
Yeah, definitely.
And I would never ask you guys to do something that I wouldn't do personally myself. So I'm going to give you my quick elevator pitch on why I relay so you guys have a good example to go off of. I usually try to sell on people getting on a committee, and so just looking at what you guys' committees that you guys chose or were placed on, make sure you try to tailor your speeches to those when you start thinking of them. So team captain coordinators, tailor your speeches to team captains. Ambassadors, I need you tailoring those to people just trying to get to participate, being part of the event. Foods committee, I need you tailoring your speeches to employers of businesses and stuff like that. Accounting, obviously businesses too. Mine's pretty short and simple, but I'm a part of Relay for Life. We're actually part of the Blue Valley Youth Relay for Life, and that's really lucky for us. We're the 3rd largest youth relay in the country. And I think that's really cool that the youth are doing this. It's a youth-led event because the youth realize how important it is. Cancer actually affects the youth the most out of anybody because they get to see how much cancer affects their loved ones around them, and they're a part of this the longest amount of time. It's a sad statistic in the world we live in that 1 out of 3 people are diagnosed with cancer, and 1 out of 3 of those people don't survive. That is too many for my liking. So, as a band of youths, we gather together to raise money, to fight, and to actually make a difference. If you sit there and don't donate, or you sit there and don't join a relay, you're being complacent to cancer. So please join me in my fight against cancer and Relay for Life with me. Thank you. So that's what I do. It's something like that. And so we're going to ask you guys to hop on up. Can we stand up? Okay. And we're going to go around and tell your story. Why do you relay? So you can use those statistics, you can do the money that we raise, how it helps people, other random stats that you have. We're the 3rd largest youth relay in the country. We raised over $220,000. It's an easy one-night event. It's all night, DJ, party, 5 schools, whatever it takes. You can, if you're a dude, you can say, there's a bunch of chicks at relay. They love it. I don't care. Whatever it takes to sell it to people and to get people on board. So talk to 3 people, 1-minute speeches, go back and forth. Ready? Go for it. Hey Delaney, can I talk to you 1 sec? Sounds good. Okay, so we're gonna stop here 1 sec. Finish up your conversation real quick. Great point was brought up to me by Kara. What did you just say?
Do you have to tailor your speech to each individual person that you're giving it to, because not every person is going to want to hear the same thing. So.
And you were having trouble figuring out what you want to say, right?
Yeah, so if you just come up with ideas on the spot.
Okay, let's brainstorm stuff right now. What do you like to say in your speeches, guys? Just raise your hand, just yell.
Why you relay?
Why relay? Yeah? Just actually with handwriting, whoever's good, here. Okay, so that's great. So, why you relay? Next one, what else can you talk about in the speech?
What is relay?
What is involved with relay? I love it. Let's keep going.
The date and where it is.
The date and where it is, that's great information to have. Let's see, Lainey, what up?
What the money goes towards.
What the money goes towards. Awesome. Ethan, what up?
How we're improving every year.
That's great. I love that one. Okay, back row, what's up?
How you sign up.
How you sign up. That's even better. Nicholas, what's up?
Impact of cancer.
Impact of cancer on people. Okay, 4 different, 5, whatever it is on the list of things that you can talk about. Let's do one more speech, incorporate 1 or 2 of those ideas in your 1-minute elevator pitch. Then I've got 1 more video to teach you farther on how to sell relay. And let's go.
Hold on. Who hasn't signed in? Donna. Alright.
Okay, if anybody else has not signed in, go for it. Okay, 1 more speech. Okay. If everybody can pop a squat, we're going to go on to the next video real quick.
Jack,
Yo.
what's the time this year? 6 to 6 or 7 to 7?
6 to 6.
I am American Cancer Society researcher.
Yeah.
I'm a postdoctoral fellow.
I am an American Cancer Society researcher. I'm a postdoctoral fellow, which means I'm still in a training stage right after I got my PhD, but before I'm ready to be a professor. And I do research full-time. I'm in a laboratory up to 14 hours a day in a group of about 25 people. Each of us has our own project. I study lymphoma and a whole bunch of different kinds of lymphoma that are all caused by a virus. I work with live human cells that are cultured from tumors that actually grew years and years ago from patients. And I grow those cells under very, very sterile conditions, so I often work in a sterile hood environment, and I use microscopes to look at the cells, and then I crack them open at a bench and I do molecular biology on them, which means I isolate DNA and RNA, genetic components of a cell, and I basically manipulate the cells to express the genes I'm interested in. Some are virally infected and some other ones, and I do tests on them to analyze exactly how the virus is causing cancer in the cells. Well, so far I've had the privilege of discovering 2 novel genes, actually. Totally unexpectedly discovered them as the course of my project. And I got to name them, which is really exciting, and so that will probably go down as part of my contribution to the field. But in addition to that, I'm really trying to lay the groundwork in a relatively new area of study. The genes that I am studying were only discovered 6 years ago. So I feel like I'm sort of getting in on the ground floor of the research in my area. First of all, cancer is a very intellectual problem. It's very intellectually appealing, and it's a complex situation where you have normal conditions that go out of whack, and it's just plain interesting to study. But well beyond that, I have a lot of personal ties, of course, that motivate me to study cancer myself. In particular, I have a grandfather who has actually survived 3 kinds of cancer at age 87, 3 different kinds of cancer. And then on the other side of my family, I actually have a grandmother who died at age 39, so I never got to meet her. And she died of a cancer in 1973 that today has a 92% cure rate. It's impressive, and it's because of early detection and important research that occurred, and actually because of research funded by the American Cancer Society. Specifically, that particular type of cancer has now been reduced. So I think I'm just motivated by being touched by it personally in my family. So when the research gets tough, on the harder days, I can always remember that there's a bigger reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. The first time that I was able to meet with Relay for Life volunteers, I truly did not know what exactly I was getting into, what kind of a group of people this would be. They are the most motivated, enthusiastic people I've worked with, and it was really empowering to me, actually, to hear their stories, firsthand stories. I personally have never had cancer. Nobody in my immediate family has, although my grandparents have all had cancer. But speaking to someone who's going through it right now is a totally different perspective, I think. In another relay for event I spoke at an actual relay, and I was on a stage and I had to speak after a 17-year-old cancer survivor. And that will stick with me. Sorry. The things she had to say it was just incredible how strong she was and how hopeful she was. And as researchers, hearing that they put their hope in you, I think is really, really intense. You can get in a laboratory for hours and be very involved in your own details until you get out and experience that kind of thing. You don't really understand the kind of impact you're making.
Okay, so what I wanted to get from you guys to get from that, other than like molecular biology is super dope. That was a joke. You can clap. Yeah, it is exactly how Relay for Life is actually affecting research. The way it was described to me is Relay for Life raises money for the American Cancer Society. The government is still the #1 provider of cancer research, but they have limitations on what they can fund and what they can research. That's where the American Cancer Society steps in. They're just close behind as the #2 donator to cancer research. But they fund the experimental trials. They fund the amazing trials like Janine here that are going out and splitting these, I don't even know what, but they are like groundbreaking trials that need our money and need our research and that can't get money anywhere else. But they have such great potential, they just need us to raise the money for it. So that's another thing to have in your arsenal if you need something to tug at somebody's heartstrings to get them on to Relay for Life. So we're going to stand up one more time, 2 more speeches. They should be getting really refined. You should be able to get them down to your 1-minute elevator pitch. You should be getting them down to a 1-minute elevator pitch. So let's stand up, find 2 more people. Just do partners this time, partners only, back and forth. Tell your story and move on to the next one. If you're still having trouble with your story, you can come up here to me. And let's get one more switch on it. One more switch. Find a brand new person that you're not comfortable with. Just like you find a new friend. we're gonna partner up with somebody random.
Come on.
Find a new friend, like if you actually coming up for somebody's first time. You're gonna have to talk to people you don't know. Ready? Friends, let's find other people. Yes. Yes. This group hasn't even moved once. Let's see it. Okay. Let's find some new people. Sick. And one more time, let's go for it. 2 minutes. So now we're gonna go into committee time. The best time of the day. So you're gonna break out to your committees. Let's go. Let's go logistics over there. Yeah, over there. District committee logistics over there. Foods in the middle. Activities and ceremonies. If you missed this part of the meeting, make sure you got added to the group me. If not, text me and let me know, and we'll make sure to put you on the right committee group me. Also, one way that we're going to increase accountability with the committees is that when a chair texts in your committee group, make sure you like it. I want everybody to like it and make sure that we're getting the word out and that everybody's on the exact same page. If you don't like it, we're going to come track you down and make sure that you understand what we're saying and that you heard it. I want everybody on the same page and organized this year. It is actually supposed to represent the journey of the cancer patient. Because it is like the night is the dawn is the actual like diagnosis of the cancer. That's why we do it like at 7 to 7. That was actually why they started relay, so that they can like have the darkness to like represent the dark times while they're getting treatment, and like having to stay up all night represents the battle against cancer, and then like the dawn and like the breaking sun and the sunrise in the morning is actually supposed to be like when you defeat cancer or when we like find the cure. And I think that's something that really needs to be pounded home this year. And some other new things. We have a new facility. It's at New Century Fieldhouse. We're actually, whoever said more survivor speeches? Okay, yeah. So we're going to do a spin-off of something that Virginia Tech does. They do Stay the Night videos, which is basically once an hour at the twilight hours, like when it's super late, people want to like leave. They play a video of like a cancer survivor. So there's a really good one that's like, I battled cancer for 3 years and I've fought it 4 different times. You can spend in one night at Relay for Life. And it's like super moving and super like gonna guilt trip you into staying, but it's really good. And I want this year, I want us to plan either a Bark for Life or a garage sale. Either way, they're both great motivational things. A Bark for Life is basically Relay for Life, except you bring your dogs, and we can like do it out. We can do it out at Heritage, and people can walk around. We can make it for an hour, and you guys can go play with puppies and talk to people about Relay for Life. It's super sick, and it's an awesome way to motivate people. Or we can do a garage sale and raise money, but that is all on you guys. I'm charging you with somebody needs to take initiative and go for that. Humans of Southwest. Basically, interest stories on people, why people relay, grade level teams so everybody can feel involved, and now you can only raise $100. There is no $100. There is no $50 option. You can't just leave at half the night. You can still have a parent sign you out, and that's kind of that's what I've kind of challenged the rest of the schools with. As committee, our job is to make such a good event that people don't want to leave. They have the option to leave whenever they want, as long as they have a parent signature, but it's our job to make sure that they want to stay and want to keep coming back. And we're going to wrap, yeah, okay. Oh, so no latex balloons. If you're planning things, no latex balloons at the event. There's somebody at Northwest who's like, if she's in a room with a latex balloon, she will have to be like hospitalized. It's like real bad. So, we'll get a schedule out to you guys for all the important events that are coming up. All school committee task lists will be coming up soon, so keep an eye out for those. We have a future assembly where Relay for Life and Hoops for Hope get a chance to talk, as well as a joint Relay Hoops for Hope and Student Council project of hair drive. We're collecting, it's basically locks of love, but we're doing it through Relay for Life and through Hoops for Hope. It's going to be super cool, so grow out your hair. Dudes too, if you can. And so if there's any ideas on how to make that super hype, come up to me after the meeting and let me know. And everybody make sure to wear your shirts, relay shirts that day. I want to make sure everybody is either in a Hoops for Hope or Relay for Life shirt. And then first district committee, if you're on a district committee, that is at 3:30 at West the 29th. Me, Jack, and Ethan will all be there. We'll keep in touch and remind you about that. Team captain coordinators and in that, like, the three group, the mission, everybody that I just put together, we need to have a plan for pushing out team captain signups the 3rd through 7th. That's coming up next month. Lastly, I'd like to say I'm really excited for this year. I think we've got the best committee we've ever had. I'm really excited to knock it out of the park. We have one last video to show for today, and I really like this one. I hope you like this one as well.
There's a woman in a hole. She can't get out. It's a live or die situation, but she's in that hole. And a man walks by, he's a millionaire. He writes a check to her and says, oh yeah, he drops it down in the hole. And she keeps the check, she needs the money. But she's still in that hole. And then a minister walks by and she's screaming, I'm in a hole, can somebody help me? And he blesses her. She appreciates the prayers. But then the American Cancer Society comes by and all of a sudden that person jumps down in the hole. And she says, I just told you I was stuck in this hole. Why would you jump in here with me? And that person says, 'cause I've been in this hole before and I know the way out. They know the way out. They can take you to get chemo. They can give you a wig. They can sit you in a room full of other women or men that are fighting the same battle. They can give you information. They can take you and make sure you're at the right doctor. They know how to get out of that hole.
I want that to be our theme for this year. I want our motto to be jump in the hole. I want you guys to take that chance to jump in the hole whenever possible, whether that's tabling more or getting more freshmen to sign up or going out raising more than the $100. I want you as committee to find every chance you can get to get more survivors. Whatever you can do to improve our relay, jump in that hole and make a difference. Thank you so much for coming to the meeting today. I really look forward to our coming meetings, and I'll see you soon. Have a great rest of your day.